If you're driving a 2022 to 2024 V8 Silverado 1500 and you're not a fan of that dynamic fuel management system and how it feels on the road, then the Range DFM module is going to be just what you're looking for. This is going to be ideal for Silverado owners who want a full V8 power all the time and a smoother driving experience without diving into any complicated tuning. The biggest selling point and the whole purpose of this Range module is how it's going to disable that DFM or dynamic fuel management system without making any permanent changes to your truck's ECU. From the factory, GM trucks are set to constantly switch between how many cylinders they're running on, depending on your throttle input, and the purpose of that is for better fuel economy. But the downside of that can lead to rough shifting, strange engine noises, and even sluggish response from the throttle. What this module does is keep your truck running in all V8 cylinder mode all the time, so no more cylinder dropping. That means consistent power, smoother acceleration, and an overall better drivability, especially if you're towing, hauling, or you just want your truck to feel like a V8 all of the time. It's a plug-and-play system and it doesn't require any tools, tuning, or programming. And if you ever want to go back to those stock settings with the DFM, just unplug the module and everything goes back to exactly the way it was. This Range module is built into a compact and durable housing that plugs directly into your OBD2 port, but also helps you have a functioning OBD2 port on the outside of it so you don't lose that function from your truck. Internally, it uses high quality electronics and firmware that's designed specifically for GM vehicles with the DFM. This isn't some cheap knockoff either. Range has been around for quite some time, and they've tailored this product to make sure it communicates clearly with your factory computer. It's designed to run 24/7 without draining your battery or interfering with any other systems, and it even works while your truck is idling and in auto stop start mode. Now, as far as the pricing goes on this unit, it's coming in right in that mid to upper $200 price range. If you've ever been annoyed by the cylinder deactivation or hesitation that it comes with that DFM, then this is absolutely worth the cost of the consistent V8 feel. Installation is simply plug and play, so it's getting rated just a 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter, and you can have this installed in 15 minutes or less of your time. Now, let's see exactly how the install process goes with a video from one of our AmericanTrucks customers.
So what you're going to do is get your vehicle in a place where you can work on it. Before you disconnect the battery, you want to turn your wheels to the side, especially if you don't have some sort of lift or raise suspension already, because you'll need clearance to pull the inner fender liner down. The next thing we're going to do is grab our 10mm and get under the hood, disconnect the negative on the battery. Battery cover on these is over here on the passenger side, almost up against the firewall. It's a 10mm. What we'll do is loosen the terminal here. That loose. May have to give it a little pop if it ain't ever been off before, which is in most cases with new vehicles. This takes a T15 Torx. There's 6 that we're going to be taking out. And pulling the 6, that just helps you get more leverage on the inner fender liner. What we'll do now, since we've got some room, is peel it back to the top, around the control arm, just pull it out and away. And this is like a carpet liner, so you're not going to damage anything. Just don't yank on it if it's in a bind. Up in here, you can see you got your 3 connectors on your ECM. The connector with the blue base is the one that we're going to be installing the DFM on. That little red pin is just a safety. You got to pull it out with your finger, pop it back just like that, then pry up. After you've popped that clip down with your thumb, this lever will go ahead and come back. And as you work it back, it's going to pop this out of the socket. There, it's popped all the way. Now all we have to do is pull it the rest of the way off. Before you put it back together, make sure your plug's clean, especially if you've already got some miles on it. Now I'm gonna go grab the controller. So you can see this thing, the red silicone seal, that is gonna go towards the computer itself. So when we install it, it's gonna go in like this. This little keeper is sprung. So whenever you put it onto the computer, you'll push it in until you feel this thing click. It'll go in and then snap right back when it's secured. Now she's settled in place. Now all we have to do is piggyback this harness plug right into the DMF. You can only push it so far before you have to start cinching it down with this plug. You can see it pull itself in. And you'll push this until it clicks like that. And then you'll push your red safety retainer back in with your thumb or a pick, screwdriver, whatever you prefer. There it is, it's secured. And that portion's done. Now we just put the fender liner back in. All the Torx screws, make sure everything's secured. We'll go and reconnect the negative battery kit terminal here in just a second. Now we'll go back over to the battery, reconnect our negative terminal, tighten it down. You get a little bit of a spark or an arc when you reconnect this negative, don't let it scare you. Tighten that back down until it's just hand tight. Your negative is reconnected.
All right, that wraps up our review and install of the Range DFM module for the 2022 to 2024 V8 Silverado 1500s. And for all things Silverado, keep it right here at American Trucks.